Hey guys, Shamar Brown here. Welcome to the Eagle Podcast Night Talks, episode number 10. Now, before I get into the title of this episode, I wanted to share a quick, I guess you could say a quick formula, right? So it's dreams times fate equals motivation, right? Now, what does that mean? What happens when you multiply a big number with a small number? It's equal to a small number. You get what I'm saying? But what happens when you multiply a big number with a next big number, right? It gets a lot bigger, right? So the topic for tonight is fate, right? Now, before I get into it, me personally, just to give my personal experience when it comes down to fate, it's always been something that I've been working on, and I'm still working on it. You get what I'm saying? Because like I spoke about the last episode, that we're humans, we're not perfect. You get what I'm saying? But we could do something to prepare or to work on getting better, right? Now, when it comes down to fate, based on what I heard or based on what I've studied, fate is believing in something that hasn't happened yet. You get what I'm saying? But it's going to happen. You get what I'm saying? You know for a fact that, hey, it's going to happen, right? And that's why I started to attend church, because I felt in myself that people who go to church, or Christians, or, people who have a belief in a higher power than themselves, they have a immense faith. You get what I'm saying? So I took it upon myself to be able to associate with those people so I can build my faith. Because look, when you get up out of your bed and you go in your car and you start it, that's fate, because you expect the car to start. You get what I'm saying? When you go to the restaurant to buy food, you have faith that the person don't spit in the food. You get what I'm saying? That's fate. You get what I'm saying? When you're driving down the street, right, you expect that the person is gonna stay in their lane, and that's fate. But one thing I realized, that if your goal is to accomplish greater things, you're gonna have to have bigger faith. You get what I'm saying? And that's what I really wanted to have a conversation with you guys tonight about, having faith and building your faith. You get what I'm saying? And I did have a few things that I want to cover, so let me just bring it up real quick. But I hope you guys enjoyed the last episode, because I've been getting a lot of good feedbacks, and I'm really excited. I'm really excited to hear that you guys are really gravitating to it that much. All right. Now, I do have a quick story that I wanna run by you guys. Cause you know me with my stories, right? Yes, I got a story for you guys, right? Now, this story, it goes. I think it was a real story as well, right? So basically, there was this Greek philosopher, right? And he and this young man, they were walking, and the young man was like, asking him some questions, because as you guys know, a philosopher is a very intelligent person, especially back then, they're extremely intelligent. So the young man was asking him about success, and how can he become successful, and yada yada yada. And what he did was that he brought him to a lake, right? And he said, "Hey, come in the water." So when the young man stepped in the water, he dipped the young man's head under the water, and literally the young man started to, because obviously when your head is under the water, you're like fighting to get water. You get what I'm saying? And the young man is fighting. And just when he was about to take the last breath, the man let him up. And he was like, "Why did you do that? Why did you do that to me?" And he turned to him and he said, "Hey, when you want to be successful as much as though you want that next breath, that's when you will become successful." You get what I'm saying? That's when you see how badly you want to have that breath. When you want to be successful, or when you develop that desire to become successful like that, that's when you will become successful. You get what I'm saying? And it's such a powerful story. The first time I heard it, because I was like, wow, because obviously if your goal is to become successful, worse if you don't come from a successful family. Who do you think you are? You get what I'm saying? And that's when the faith comes in, right? I haven't done it before, but I am the one. I want to be the one. You get what I'm saying? And once you become the one, you could change that whole dynamic. It's like what they say about breaking generational curses, right? Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. I remember when I was growing up in Jamaica, there was this guy, his dad, he used to hang men, back in the days, because obviously it was a thing back in Jamaica, the death penalty as they call it, right? And yeah, and literally that career path kind of passed down to his kids. Not in a sense where they did it, but just because of that form of work, it was a negative job. You get what I'm saying? And obviously some of the people didn't really, do anything. Some of the people were innocent. But obviously, back then they didn't have all the technology that they have now to prove somebody's innocence or if somebody's guilty. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, that passed down. And it's the same thing with everything else. You get what I'm saying? If your family looks at the world a certain way, you're going to look at the world a certain way. You get what I'm saying? But you have to have that faith to say, hey, this is how life was, but I want to do something about it. And you can. You get what I'm saying? You definitely can. And like I said, if your goal is to do more, you have to have a bigger faith. You get what I'm saying? You have to be able to just like what I said, hold on. You get what I'm saying? Same context. Faith, hold on, same context. And I guess I'll just close off with a next story, because like I said, the whole goal was just to have a quick conversation with you guys. Now, there was two salesmen that went to an island, right? One of the salesmen, he went to the island. He saw that nobody on the island was wearing shoes, and he called his boss. He's like, hey boss, we won't make no money, man, because nobody on this island wear shoes. You get what I'm saying? So, obviously, whatever. The next guy, he went and he saw that nobody was wearing shoes. And he turned to his boss and said, hey, boss, we're going to make a lot of money because nobody here wear shoes. Now, what's the moral of the story? Sometimes things are not what they seem. You get what I'm saying? And it's all an aspect of how you view the world. And that's why I said faith is believing in the thing that's not there as yet, but you believe. You believe. So the next guy, he believed that, hey, this is the circumstances. Nobody has shoes, but I believe, I have faith that we're going to sell shoes. And like I said, guys, if you the bigger your dream, the bigger your goal, the more faith you're going to need. You get what I'm saying? Because like I said, remember the formula. Dreams times faith equals motivation. So if you have a small dream, you're going to have small faith and your motivation is going to be small. All right? But if you have big dreams, big faith, because if you have big dreams but your faith is not where it's supposed to be, forget it. It's not going to work. So you need big dreams, big faith, and obviously you get that motivation. So again, guys, welcome to the Eagle Podcast Night Talks. And like I said, guys, we're back. All right. Now, if you love this one, definitely send it to some people. You get what I'm saying? Right? Help put the word out there. Because like I said, this is a movement. This is a community. And our goal is to be able to impact people's life in a positive way. All right. So good night, guys. Shamar Brown here. Bye, guys. Hey, guys. Shamar Brown here. Welcome to the Eagle Podcast Night Talks, right? And before I get into it, I've been getting a lot of great feedback from our last two episodes, which is Faith and Hold On. And if you haven't gotten a chance to listen to them yet, I would highly recommend it. You get what I'm saying? Because, the content really put things into perspective. So that's my recommendation. If you haven't, check them out after you listen to this one. All right? And don't forget to follow the podcast and definitely share it if it added value to you. If it doesn't add any value to you, forget it. You get what I'm saying? But if it does, share it. All right? Now, the title for tonight's episode is called Challenge, because that's what I have for you guys tonight. You get what I'm saying? And this challenge that I'm going to be sharing with you guys, even me, I am doing this challenge. You get what I'm saying? And I want us to have like this accountability partnership going on. You get what I'm saying? All right. So let's get into it. When I first got started in business, one of the first thing that my business coaches told me, they told me that, hey Shamar, there is 5 steps to success. You get what I'm saying? 5 steps. There's a lot of steps, but there's 5 major steps, and obviously I'll be able to go through them tonight with you guys, right? And I'll be able to expound on them individually, right? The first step was that, what do you want, Shamar? Like, what's your goal? What's your mission? What do you want out of life? You get what I'm saying? And in your case, write that down. You get what I'm saying? Think about it. What do you want? Because like I mentioned in the last few episodes, that if you don't have a goal and if you don't have a purpose in life, you're not really living your life to the fullest. You get what I'm saying? You're not really living out your purpose. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, what do you want? That's the first thing. Whatever it is, right? If it's to travel, help your family, become rich, become wealthy, right? Because obviously that's my goal, that's my mission, right? Whatever it is for you, write that down, right? What do you want, right? The second thing is, when do you want it? Because they said that if you have a goal and it doesn't have a date, it's a wish. You get what I'm saying? So when do you want it? Do you want it next year? Do you want it next week? Or do you want it today? You get what I'm saying? But you have to put a date of when you want it. Because remember when you were in high school, and if the professor didn't say, hey, we want that exam by next week, we want that test to be done, we want that project to be done by next week, you're not going to do it. And even though they say, hey, next week, we normally finish it the night before. You get what I'm saying? Or in my case, I would, do it the day off. You get what I'm saying? Right? But the point I'm trying to make is that you had a date, and it gave you a sense of urgency. You get what I'm saying? So that's the second thing. When do you want it? Right? The third thing is that, what are you willing to give up? And for my fans out there that watch anime, I got something for you guys. But if you guys don't know what anime, that's totally fine. They have this anime series. It's called Full Metal Alchemist, right? Brotherhood Alchemist, right? And when it's about to start, the words come on the screen. It says, hey, whenever a man wants something great, he has to give up something of equivalent value. You get what I'm saying? And I think I read about it in the book called Think and Grow Rich, where he mentioned that that's one of the tips to success. You get what I'm saying? Right? You have to give something of equivalent value. So say for instance now in my case, and obviously you could speak about your case, but in my case, like I said, my goal is to become successful and wealthy, right? I have to give up something that's equivalent to that value, right? It might be time, it might be resources, it might even be money. You get what I'm saying? Because in some cases it takes money to make money. You get what I'm saying? But in your case, it might be different. So you find out what that is. What do you have to give up to be able to get to your goals? Because they always say that you can do anything as a person. You can do anything, but you can't do everything. You get what I'm saying? You can do anything, but you can't do everything. So what are you willing to give up? Right? I love video games. And I still do, because probably after I'm done with this talk, I'm probably going to play some video game before I go to bed. Right? But playing it consistently is not going to help me get to my goal. So I had to give up playing that consistently. I love soccer. You get what I'm saying? Same thing. It's not going to do that. So like I said, in your case, you find out what that is. If it's hanging out with your friends, if it's talking about politics, whatever it is, you find out what it is. You find out what you have to give up. Because like I said, if a man or a woman, because I respect the ladies as well. You get what I'm saying? Man or woman, if you want something great, you have to give up something of equivalent value. You get what I'm saying? Right? And the fourth thing, I think I'm up to the fourth thing. What do you want? When do you want it? What are you willing to give up? And the fourth thing is that you're gonna come up with a game plan and you're gonna work the plan. Right? That's the fourth thing. Come up with a game plan and you're gonna work the plan. No, like what's like your action step? Okay, I want this, but what am I gonna do to be able to get that? You get what I'm saying? That's basically what that is, right? Now, in my case, like I said, my goal is to become successful. I become a successful businessman. So, what do I have to do? I have to build a business, right? Scale the business, come up with products, help people, and boom, those are my action steps. Now, obviously, it's more than that, but like I said, just to give you an example, like I said, your story, you figure out what your game plan is, but you have to have a plan of action. You get what I'm saying, right? What do I have to do every day? What do I have to do every month? What do I have to do every week, every month, every year to be able to get closer to your goals? You get what I'm saying? Like I said, that's for you. You figure it out, right? And the fifth thing, and I guess you could say the most important thing, is you have to make it happen, right? You have to make it happen, because here's the deal. You can do everything that I mentioned, all four things, but if you don't do the fifth thing, it's not gonna happen. So you have to make a commitment. Because I remember when I'm gonna give you two examples. I remember when I was just starting out playing soccer, right? Whenever I was gonna go tackle somebody, if I didn't go into the tackle fully committed, I usually fumbled the tackle. You get what I'm saying? Same thing if I'm performing a stunt in soccer. If I didn't fully commit to it, boom, same thing. I'm gonna fail. You get what I'm saying? And the next example I want to give you is that cooking, right? Sometimes I have a tendency when I'm frying eggs, I normally flip the egg, right? And if I'm not committed, the egg normally fumbles. You get what I'm saying? And it doesn't flip the way I want it to flip. Now, how is that tied to the 15? Yes, you have to be committed. You have to be saying, hey, all right, this is what I have going on. I'm going to fully commit to make it happen this time, because you're going to miss your goal. Whatever your goal is, you're going to miss it. I'm telling you right now, you're going to miss it. But just by you having that, you know what, this is it now. This is my time. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make it happen. All right? And that's the challenge that I'm putting out to you guys. Whatever your goal is, whatever you want to accomplish in life, that's my challenge to you. Because like I said, I am doing the challenge too. Again, I'm saying I have my goal, I have my mission, I have my plan, and I'm working towards it. Again, I'm saying, and I would love to see you guys reach your goals. I would love to see you guys successful, because I know for a fact, and obviously you guys can, let me know, right? You're probably not where you want to be in life right now. You get what I'm saying? Financially, mentally, physically, you're probably not where you want to be. And even if you are, like I said in the last podcast, that you have to live your life to the fullest. So even if you feel like you're comfortable, you have to get uncomfortable. You have to keep growing. You get what I'm saying? It's like a tree. If it stops growing, it starts to die. You get what I'm saying? And we're the same thing. If we stop growing, or we stop developing ourselves, or we stop going to the next goal, or trying to stretch ourselves to become the best version of ourselves, we die. Probably not physically, but definitely mentally. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, so that's a challenge out to you guys. I would love for you guys to jump on the challenge as well. You get what I'm saying? Because like I said, the goal is to live the life to the fullest. Live our life to the fullest. Now, I'm basically wrapping up, but I want to share a quick story with you guys. And as you guys know, I always have stories, and yes, I got a story for you guys. Now, this story speaks about a man and his dog. Now, this man, he went to the store, right? And while he was at the store, a restaurant, yeah, he went to the restaurant, and he started to order his food, and he looked and he saw a dog laying down, and all of a sudden the dog started to make a little sound, and the guy was like, I'm probably just seeing doubles. And he sat down again, and he's waiting, and then all of a sudden the dog again, and he's like, why is the dog is doing that? So same time the waiter came to take his order, and he's like, hey, why is the dog making that sound? And the waiter turned to him and said, hey, he's laying on a nail. So the guy said, okay, why doesn't he get off the nail? So the waiter turns to him and said, hey, because it doesn't hurt enough. It doesn't hurt. The pain, it doesn't hurt enough. Because if it did hurt him enough, he would have got up and did something about it. Now, the reason why I share that story with you guys is because obviously and I say we because obviously I'm in the same place as you guys as well too. I'm working towards my goals. I'm working towards my future. we reach a point in our life when we have to do something. We have to get up and make things happen. And like I said, guys, you can do it. You can do it. You can make it happen. Because all of us have the seed of greatness inside of us. Again, so we just need to do something about it. And I guess I'm gonna share one more story before we call it. No, and I think I shared the story before, but obviously I got new listeners, so you guys probably didn't hear the story before yet. No, there was three devils, right? You have your three devils. You have the head devil and two of his main guys, right? And they were talking about, hey, where can we put the seed of greatness? Where can we hide the seed of greatness from man, right? One devil said, hey, why not we put it in the sky? Man will never think about going there. And the head devil turned to him and said, hey, you know what? No, he'll find a way to go up there. Man is very creative. Man and woman, they're very creative, right? The next devil said, hey, why don't we put it all the way in the sea? The head devil again, because obviously he's the head devil, so he's smart. He's like, hey, man is gonna come up with some construction to go down there to get it. You get what I'm saying? Right? And then just when about the next devil about to give a next suggestion, the head devil said, wait, I got an idea. Let's put it in the one place that men would never look. And one of the devils turned to him and said, where? Inside of them. Let's put the seed of greatness inside of man, because they'll never look there. That's the one place, because they're always looking outside of them for motivation. They're always looking outside of them for inspiration. They're always looking outside of them for whatever. But what they need to become successful is inside of them. Again, I'm saying, and like I said, guys, that's where the seed of greatness is in. Alright? And like I said, guys, the challenge has been placed. The trumpet has been sound, right? And if you're ready to take on the challenge, let's do this together. You get what I'm saying? And like I said, guys, Eagle Podcast is back, right? And like I said, if this added value, send it to some people. And here's my next challenge. If it added value, send it to 5 friends, family, 5 of them, if it added value to you. If not, like I said, just forget it. You get what I'm saying? Right? And yeah, like I said, you could check out some of the old episodes. Like I mentioned, we have Fate and then we have Hold On. And like I said, those two has been going like crazy. A lot of people have been, commenting and reaching out about those two. So you guys can definitely check those out. And again, guys, Shamar Brown here. And it was good having you guys on the Eagle Podcast. Night Talks. Good night, guys.